Yo, what's up guys, it's me Jake here, and today I'm going to be doing like a discussion kind of based video which can help people who are starting off their collections or even have a medium to large collection depending on how much they know. And I started to think I should probably make a series like this for like tips on collecting manga or something like that, and each time we'll do like a discussion about something that will be helpful for people who are starting collections, because I definitely wanted to know more when I was starting to collect, and I know definitely a lot of people out there would also want that, so I decided this would make a great kind of series. And yeah, let's get into this. I'm going to do out-of-print manga versus out-of-stock manga. Now, I kind of got this idea from my friend J-Dog-kun and also Noku-kun. Well, both the kuns. Like, what's the chances? Now, this is actually a pretty major topic right now during the coronavirus pandemic. We've had a lot of things that have gone out of stock, and people have even been speculating that they're going to go out of print because of it. And I feel like this should just be known and like told to a lot of people just so they can know everything about it. Well, to start off, we have out-of-print series like the Shaman King singles, the Gant singles, Battle Royale, and stuff like that. And then we have out of stock, which currently during the coronavirus pandemic is more like all the box sets, Slam Dunk, and Yu Yu Hakusho. Now, you know Yu Yu Hakusho and Slam Dunk somewhat got reprinted, so that shouldn't be as bad. Most of this, the box sets are still pretty badly out of stock. And to put this into perspective, out of print means it will never be printed again, while out of stock means it might be printed in the future and most likely will, but currently it's just waiting for that reprint. So it's not going to be always out of stock everywhere. While out of print means it'll be out of stock on almost everything for a while unless they decide to actually reprint it, which is not that common. The only really company that does something like that is Dark Horse, where they'll put something out of print super fast, like they did with Blade the Immortal, what am I saying? Like they did with Blade the Immortal omnibuses, and then they put them in reprints like multiple different times. And same with I Am a Hero, which they've been putting out of print so much, and then they reprinted again. I think it's getting one more reprint, I Am a Hero. So that's just to put into perspective what it's like to be out of print. Now, to be out of stock is quite annoying. Yu Yu Hakusho and Slam Dunk had suffered the same exact fate over this past couple of months, where no one can get volume 17 or 14 of Slam Dunk, and I don't know the Yu Yu Hakusho volumes that were pretty hard to find, because I actually have Yu Yu Hakusho, so I was not really looking into it, while Slam Dunk I didn't have, so I was kind of looking into it a little bit, and there's quite a few volumes of Slam Dunk that was like basically impossible to find because of the out of stock issue, and that's something that can be very annoying, but just something you'll have to know that if you wait, it'll come back in stock. And right now I think Jujutsu Kaisen's having a stocking issue because everyone's just buying it up because the anime is pulling up, so everyone's buying it. It's out of stock everywhere. So yeah, that's also going to be one of the things where, yes, it's out of stock, but you have to know in the future it definitely will get reprinted, and that it's not going to be out of print because it's out of stock currently. If it's out of stock currently, it does not always mean it's going out of print. It's very minimal chances that when it means it's out of stock, it's going out of print. Usually a company will actually say that they're putting a series out of print before they actually do it, so then it'll get bought up and then they'll have no more volumes left to be out of print with. So that's one thing that they would most likely do. Dark Horse, they're pretty meh with that. They'll announce it like not too long before, but most other companies will announce that they're going to be putting a series out of print and it's getting the axe on the printing. So I feel like that should be known, and stocking issues will almost always be addressed by these companies, saying there is a pandemic going around, it's going to be harder to stock, which is what they've been saying. Viz has had a lot of, not casualties, but a lot of people not able to work because of COVID, so that they've made way less volumes because of it. So the stocking has been way more atrocious, where it's not terrible when they're not having this. I feel like Viz has not really had ever stocking issues, but nowadays during the coronavirus, it's quite hard to get those stocks up to where it was. So I do expect them to come back in stock at one point, like Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, like these bigger series that are going out of stock. Well, for out of print stuff, it'll probably never come back. Like, let's say Battle Royale. The license is, I think, out there. I don't think anyone currently owns the Battle Royale license, and if they do, it is definitely only digital, so it might be Kodansha and they only print digitally do it, but I don't think they do. Where they got their company completely terminated. Tokyo Pop completely got terminated. Now you cannot technically find it anywhere, like Barnes & Nobles or anything like that. Whereas if you look at Jujutsu Kaisen, which is out of stock, you might be able to go to Barnes & Nobles and see that. While Battle Royale doesn't have that shipping from the company to the Barnes and Nobles to give it to them because it's out of print. So they're just, if you bought it when it was still in print, then you got it, and then if you try and buy it out of print, it's usually probably gonna be secondhand, or maybe at like a local comic book store that has still a couple volumes that are left because it's someone secondhand just brought it in and said, here you go, you can sell it. Stuff like that, where you're never going to technically buy it and be like, oh, this is a brand spanking new volume, it just came out of the printer last week or something like that. It will always be most likely usually a little bit older when it comes to out of print series, which can be quite annoying at that point. But it's also, some series are currently going out of print where it's not right this second, which one perfect example would be Blade of the Immortal. Blade of the Immortal has 7 and 4 there. Those two omnibuses are currently out of print, and those are what is kind of hard to find right now. Now the rest of Blade the Immortal is probably going to go out of print soon as well, purely because the deluxes are coming out, so they're going to be putting that to the chop. I think that it's going to be a little bit different with Berserk. I think they're still going to print the singles, but they're also going to have the deluxes. I'll probably get both at one point because I have all the singles, so I just need to get the deluxes, but that is something else that's a little different, where they're making these deluxes, but they're not putting out the singles out of print, which is something that's pretty interesting to see with Dark Horse. So that's incredible for me, because I really like the singles for Berserk, even though the spines are kind of wacky. That's how I read it the first time, so I like it. Of course, I'll probably like the deluxes probably more, but that's just me. And yeah, I would say that out of print, going back to on topic, out of print is definitely harder to find. Out of stock can be annoying to find, but there is usually quite a big amount that are willingly able to sell. Well, out of print, I meant to say out of stock for the last one. Now, out of print series, there's gonna be less of this kind of constant inflow of these sellers who are willing to sell. Like for Battle Royale, there's less like flow of selling because of more people wanting to keep it. Now, as you can tell from right here, I am actually trying to start Battle Royale, and it's going to be quite annoying for me because since it's out of print, the prices go up and up and up, and they only keep rising. Well, out of stock items, they have that little bit of a rise. It goes like this, and then once they go back in print, it goes back to the retail price. It doesn't go up, 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 up. It goes up, 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 down, back to the retail. That's how it would go. Well, out of print stuff, you can never really stop the constant upflow. With out of stock stuff, you can when it comes back into stock, which is something that's very important. So I would definitely suggest being a little bit more patient with things that are considered out of stock. While out of print things, I would try to get right away, because of out of print things not being able to get that, like, those keep getting more and more expensive. Like, I think Battle Royale right now is like $350 on the secondhand market, which is insane. So I'm trying to piece it together instead of just buy a whole set, because that's an insane price for 15 volumes. But yeah, I think that's around everything I have for this video. I really did think this was probably an important video for you guys to see and watch, so I hope you guys did enjoy. And yeah, I hope I see you guys next time, and peace!